Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the designer brand from France, and this is Jean Patou. Jean Patou is one of the oldest designer brands from France. They've been around for more than 100 years and they've been making perfumes for more than 100 years, which is amazing. I unboxed and reviewed at least a few of their fragrances before, and for the price they are very impressive. So this one in particular is from 1995. It was released in 1995, and there's a very famous perfumer behind it, which called what's called Mr. Carlo. What happened? Okay, so the perfumer behind it is Mr. Jean Carlo, which is one of the most famous perfumers of all times. He has done many big name perfumes, big hits, especially for the House of Jean Patou, but for other people as well. He's one of the older generations of perfumers. Obviously, he was born in 1930s or 1920s, something like that, and he became famous in 40s and 50s, and he's still, I think he's still around. I'm not sure 100%, but I think he's still around. And so this particular perfume is one of his creation, and we'll see how it goes. So before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. Amazing value for money, they smell great, and they could be a hidden gem. Thank you for your love and support, and let's go. So very nice box, simple, but it does the job perfectly. Very basic, very simple. This one in particular, it retails for £100, but good news is you can find it in the United Kingdom under £40. If you do your research right now, you can find it. It's one of those perfumes, one of those fragrances that it comes and goes. I'm not sure what's going on with the perfume itself, but for the longest time I was looking for this one to buy, but unfortunately it wasn't available, or it was ridiculously expensive. So when I saw it for a good price a few days ago, I had to get it. So if you are interested, go and check, Google it, United Kingdom, you can find it under £40 for this beauty. Anyway, so simple bottle, does the job perfectly, but as always very minimalistic, very simplistic, nice design to it, and the bottle itself is very good looking. It's a blue bottle, and the name is Jean Patou Voyager EDT 100ml. This one is targeted for men, is pour homme, and beautiful bottle, very nice coloring, very deep blue, where the bottle is see-through. You can see the juice, and it says Voyager Eau de Toilette pour homme, Jean Patou Paris, and there's a sticker in the bottom. There's a Jean Patou logo on top, and the cap itself is quite a weight to it, nice weight to it. It's metal, it's a combination of metal and plastic, but it's nice. And the atomizer is modern and silver, and here we go. Wow what a atomizer. It puts so much juice out. It goes it's not pressurized, but it's almost there. It's very good atomizer. Anyway, so presentation wise, very nice, very elegant, very classic, very classy. In the same time, it's good looking. Everything you want in a nice bottle and a nice box is there, especially for a price. Here we go. First impression for this is Jean Patou Voyager EDT 100ml. Here we go. Wow. So as the name and the coloring suggest, this is an aquatic fragrance, but is not a pure aquatic because there's so many layers in here. So definitely aquatic, but it's not a sea salty aquatic, it's more like a freshwater aquatic. I'm smelling a hint of swimming pool in here, just a smidgen of it, not too much, but it's got that kind of smell of swimming pool. And also I'm smelling a little bit of that holiday, seaside, sea resort, maybe around the lake, rivers and things like that. Smells very holiday to me, and just basically took me straight to holidays, especially water sides. So it's very watery, yes. It's aquatic, yes. Not salty. Little bit of swimming pool smell in here, but in the same time very citrusy. Wow, big on the citrus. So I'm smelling a combination of bergamot, lemon, maybe mandarin orange in here. So it's very zesty, it's very citrusy, it's very happy, it's very bright, it's very captivating. Overall, this is a fresh fragrance, as the coloring and the name suggests. Voyager. Voyager, in terms of oceanic, is not sea salty, it's not oceanic, but it's very fresh water smell to it. Very aromatic in the same time. Yeah, big aromatic. I'm smelling at least lavender, if not lavender, and violet leaf in here. So it's very dominant with the aromatics, which is lavender, and it's quite green in the same time. There's undertone, grassiness, green, leafiness, camphorous feel to it. I'm smelling some herbal aspect in here. Is it something like rosemary maybe? No, it's not rosemary, it's something else, but it is very herbal in the same time. So it's herbal, it's green, it's not mint. Is it minty? It's got a little bit of menthol feel to it, but it's not minty. So it is green, grassy, and is herbal but herbaceous, but I cannot pinpoint exactly what kind of herb they are utilizing in here. It could be basil, or it could be something like big vetiver in the base. Definitely there's a hint of vetiver in here. Yes, marginal amount of vetiver in here. The base is at the moment is way in the background, but it is woody, and the woods are very clean. It's a cedar sandalwood combination, and also it's got underlying not smokiness, underlying freshness, which is coming from that musk. It's quite musky in the same time. So aromatic, citrus, green, herbal, watery, woody, and as the coloring and the name suggests, is quite aquatic in the same time. But what a smell, what a perfumery, absolutely gorgeous. I give this beautiful perfume 10 out of 10 for that opening. Just blew me away in terms of perfumery, in terms of the ingredients, in terms of putting this perfume together, the knowledge. Very gorgeous fragrance. Obviously this is from 1995. Not only it smells from that era, but it smells a little bit even further down the line. It smells a little bit on the classical side. It smells like 70s and 80s to me. It's very reminiscent of that era, which was dominated by aromatics. So it is very aromatic in the same time. So let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown, and we take it from there. This is according to Fragrantica. On top we have orange and grapefruit. So it is the grapefruit that is giving it super zestiness of it. Yeah, the combination of that orange and the grapefruit is gorgeous, beautiful. And it opened up, although it's an EDT, it opened very nicely. It opened no chemical, no harshness, no sharpness, no alcohol, none of those. It just gone straight to the perfume, which is gorgeous. Mid we have sage and lavender. The sage. So the sage in here giving it that green aromatic, plus that lavender is giving it aromatic feel. So it's very aromatic, is quite watery, and the sage and the lavender together here giving the impression of wateriness is strange, and it's very interesting how we perceive watery aspect of fragrances with something like sage and lavender, which is nothing to do with water. In nature they are both quite earthy, but it gives us the think or the thought or the impression of the water. Anyway, so it is quite watery. In the base we have cedar, sandalwood and oak moss. As I said, cedar sandalwood combination, but very, very clean base of woodiness in here, and the oak moss in here giving it a little of depth and complexity. The oak moss in here is an old-fashioned oak moss, but because of the latest reformulation and things like that, the oak moss is toned down in here, unfortunately. I bet you anything the original one used to be a huge on oak moss, but in here the oak moss is way in the background, is very small amount of it, or is very, very synthetic element of it. So we're not getting a natural oak moss. The natural oak moss used to be utilized in fragrances and perfumes in 70s and 80s a lot, and it was natural because it was very accessible, it was very affordable, it was very widely spread, so they didn't need to use synthetic elements of it. So, but unfortunately these days, because they basically banned natural oak moss to be used in fragrances, because some people are maybe they got a reaction and some sensitivity towards oak moss. They banned it, I think about a decade ago or more, longer, maybe 15 years ago they banned it. And unfortunately these days everything we get is the synthetic element of oak moss, so it's a replacement which is nothing like the real oak moss which is found in nature, which is very deep and dense and very, very earthy, and in the same time watery, and sometimes smells like a rock, smells like water, all these good things which is coming from the natural oak moss. So the oak moss in here, they try to keep it the same, but obviously is not, but overall doesn't let down this fragrance. This fragrance is beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's very, very well done, very well put together. The knowledge of the perfumery is the highest standard you can get, and it smells beautiful. The only thing is with one caveat, this kind of fragrances is not everybody's cup of tea, because it is on the classical side of the world. It reminds me of few fragrances. For example, it reminds me to some extent of Polo Sport, I think called, yeah, the blue bottle. To some extent it reminds me of Gaylor's, what was it, Horizon, I think it's called Horizon, is the blue bottle again. So I'm not saying there's copy or anything like that, but it's just similar nature, similar DNA, similar perfumery, and similar ingredients. So if you probably like those two, you love this. If you don't like those two for some reason, you won't like this, because they are very, very similar to it in nature. Let me just tell you exactly what it reminds me of. So yeah, the Polo Sport, the blue bottle, Gaylor's Horizon, yes, the blue bottle. To some extent reminds me of Cool Water as well. Not, again, not very similar, but quite similar, because of that watery and aromatic aspect of it. So overall, very nice fragrance, beautifully done. Highly recommend it. It just, for me, this is a gorgeous fragrance, at least for my age, for my experience, for my taste. So don't forget, I'm a middle-aged man. I've been around fragrances for a very long time, for decades, and one of my favorite fragrance genre are aromatics. So this is a very aromatic and a very herbaceous fragrance, and I love this kind of fragrances, so I'm gravitating towards it naturally. But you need to know what is your taste, if you like this kind of fragrances or not. So to recap very quickly to what to expect from this beautiful fragrance from the house of Jean Patou, and this is Jean Patou Voyager. So quite woody, the woods are very clean. This is a combination of cedar sandalwood, but very smooth. Overall, this is quite smooth fragrance. It's very well put together, very rounded, very well blended. Citruses, which is a combination of grapefruit and orange, which is gorgeous, is to die for, is beautiful. Very aromatic, which is coming from the lavender and the sage. The sage here giving it that green aspect and the herbaceous aspect of this fragrance as well. The lavender is quite big, the herbaceous feel of it is quite big, which is coming from the sage. It's quite mossy, but the moss in here is much more toned down than probably what it used to be. Quite fresh spiciness aspect to it, which is coming from that sage, which is herbaceous. Hint of powderiness in here, yeah, hint of dustiness, hint of powderiness, not too much, and quite earthy, which is a little bit of that oak mossy feel, and soft spiciness, which is mainly coming from those combination of herbaceous notes in here. So overall, what a perfume. I absolutely love it. For the first impression, yes, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Gorgeous fragrance for my taste, for my age, for my experience. If you love classical fragrances, if you like them very aromatic and herbaceous and watery in the same time, this is one of the best out there in terms of perfumery and ingredients, especially for a price you can find under £40 right now. There is no guarantee you will find it months later, because as I said, this fragrance has been quite elusive for the last few years. I've been looking for this fragrance for a longest time ever, and I finally found it for a good price. So if you are interested in United Kingdom, go and search it right now. It will come up for under £40. Okay guys, if you have it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read if you like what I do. If you find in terms of occasion, this is a beautiful fragrance, so it could be dressed up, dressed down, daytime, nighttime, special occasion, casual, formal, informal, very versatile. The nature of it is quite relaxed, but in the same time it's very beautiful, so you can dress up or you can dress it down. In terms of season, this is definitely a warmer season fragrance, summer, spring and autumn. And in terms of age, I would say 25 years and older to be on the safe side, because as I said, this is quite a classical feel to it. And in terms of gender, this is quite masculine, because it's targeted for men, and it is quite masculine, but it doesn't have an uber masculine feel to it. So if you're a lady, you like this kind of fragrances, you can easily wear it as well. Okay guys, if you have it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. Amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems. This beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you are interested in review of if you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I'll leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the creator. So there are true handmade perfumes just for the lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that gives them the huge personality. Very big, very bold, very artistic and unique. They're like time capsule. They take you different places, different time, and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. Also, other reviewers reviewed my perfumes. You can check them out if you are interested. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for love and support, and I see you later. Bye.